Welcome all back to another episode of the Shoot Brothers Wrestling Podcast. That's right, Shoot Brother Cameron Osborne sitting here live on the mic.
With
Mike.
the Mike. Yeah, it's Mike Shepard. Yes, let's shoot.
Let's shoot. We're back. And I feel like we say this every week. The road doesn't stop. I feel we're 2.5 weeks. Did you know that? Kurt Angle said, in 20 days, I will have my last match. My first thought was, only 20 fucking days.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. I know, it creeps up on you. Like, yeah, every pay-per-view. The most you can have is like a month in between, and yeah, it goes quick.
I swear Money in the Bank was like 2 months ago. And now
Money in the Bank?
we've made our way through. Yeah, I don't know. It all seems like
yeah.
It all seems like it was so fast. You know, our wrestling year, I guess, is coming to the end, right? That's kind of the season, right? That makes
we consider this the show never ends. Championships are defended at any time, not just once a year. But this is the pinnacle. This is the main event, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then when the no preseason, right back into the Monday after Mania is, I guess, the start of the regular season.
Yeah, like some guys do go away after Mania, like the part-timers, or even retirements like Kurt Angle's. But some guys are just getting started. We have the call-ups, we have new champions, so yeah, it really is. It really is the big turning point.
It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to be around. Of course, we started off this week with Monday Night Raw, live from somewhere.
Yeah, some weeks some weeks it really stands out, some weeks it doesn't.
Wait, what did it say on Brock Lesnar's shirt? His shirt always
it always says like Suplex City, this city,
and then
whatever.
like Jacksonville. Yeah. So people are like, Jacksonville, Suplex City. You think there's actually let's just sidestep for a second. Do you think there's actually a place called Suplex City, like an actual
like some foreign city,
like
where it's
some
just like
city,
suplex.
like suplex in some language means
it's possible. I'm gonna say it's possible.
You can say it's possible.
Yeah.
What's it say on Google Maps?
Google Maps, just type in suplex.
Yeah. Okay. No, it was. I think we were Chicago. Because I heard, Michael Cole having to talk over a couple CM Punk chants.
I do remember. They are a good Chicago crowd.
Good Chicago crowd. Chicago was hot because we actually were getting Brock Lesnar, who was scheduled to appear tonight.
Him and his penguin, little Paul Heyman, comes waddling out beside Brock. Lots of boos from the crowd. So. Yeah. Lesnar just holds up the title, holds the Universal title up to mock everyone.
That's all he has to do, right? That's all he has to do.
That's remember this? Yeah. Heyman cuts his promo on Rollins and addresses the shit about what Seth said, him struggling against smaller men, and then Heyman just puts over Drew McIntyre for a bit because they're fighting tonight, Seth and Drew. So Drew comes out, he says it's refreshing to finally get some respect, and after tonight, Rollins isn't going to make it to WrestleMania, so he should be the one challenging Brock. And then Rollins comes out, smacks him with a chair a bunch of times.
Hey, he just kind of
he went pretty good on them.
Like that's like one's gotta hurt, but I imagine.
Yeah. So that was fair game though. So then Rollins goes in the ring, but Brock ducks out and walks off with the belt. Heyman's like, "Don't do it. You don't fight for free."
So, Brock has a no-touch policy. He's not allowed to touch anybody for the within 25 days of his of a pay-per-view. That's Brock Lesnar 101.
And it's good that he doesn't. He's like Shane O'Mac. He breaks out into a sweat within like the first minute. He's in good shape. He can obviously wrestle, but it's just funny. He just sweats profusely, turns beet red. But that was our opening segment there.
I've been thinking about this match a lot. I say it like it's occupying all of my time. No, this is this have you seen this card yet? And
the WrestleMania
do
card?
You know that it's like there's like 17 matches on this thing.
Well, officially there's only like 10, but yeah, some of them we all know.
I was counting beyond. Maybe we can.
There's given ones that we know that aren't officially booked.
Yeah,
but it's going to be
the various
15,
battle
17.
royals and
and
stuff like that. But this match this is going to be a weird match because it's not. I feel every time we've seen Brock in the last 2 years, it's just been Brock and Big Guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
except
Brock
except
Roman,
for
Brock
the
Braun,
except for the Survivor Series, and where we got something.
Yeah, and those are the best matches Brock has.
You know,
against the little guys.
So Seth needs to pull out a little guy match, I think, for us to buy it. Like he's like Seth is winning, right? Like is that
I hope so.
Like that has to happen. Like
the perfect WrestleMania: Kofi wins, Becky wins, Seth wins. But it's almost too perfect for WWE. They always have to they can't give you everything you want. I mean, we would like it to happen. If it does, it could be one of the best WrestleManias.
It could be one of the best WrestleManias.
There could be one swerve, but I don't know. We want Rollins.
Maybe the swerve will be Hunter going over Batista. Maybe that'll be the swerve that.
I would take that over any of those 3 titles. I would take that bullet for the greater good.
You know, we're getting to the point where our cards are coming in, and you can make all the predictions you want, but that Vince McMahon wow factor, you can't predict that.
No. And he's known for changing things last minute, day of the show. So
moments before people go out on
literally.
a rant.
Yeah, there have been matches cut, championships changed. So fuck. Until it's done, it ain't done. But let's keep rolling.
Let's keep Rollins. We'll come back to that match at the end of the night. We had another match coming up.
Yeah, Finn Balor and the Notorious Mystery Partner versus Lashley and Lio Rush.
We're going to get a little tag action. Turns out to be...
I hate when they do this, yeah. When it's a mystery partner, you want something good, not someone that's on the show every week.
Yeah, that's not a mystery. It was just like, okay, we're seeing Braun Strowman now instead of in 40 minutes when he's ripping apart a car or tipping something over.
Yeah, so Braun Strowman, not a great mystery, but... eventually Braun gets the hot tag and he just beats the shit out of Leo. There was one cool. He chokeslammed him and Leo did a backflip and landed on his stomach, taking the bump. So it looked fucking pretty cool.
That was that was a real hot tag. I kind of skipped through this one a bit and I got to see that. Saw the end.
Yeah, Strowman tosses him all around the ring. Lashley just abandons him. So Strowman gets the pin on Leo and there you go. The baby faces win.
So Bobby Lashley has the belt, right?
Yeah, but
okay, yeah. So there's no. I mean, we're just kind of talking WrestleMania card as this shapes up, and there's no Intercontinental matchup yet. Is Finn Balor still in that picture? Is this going to be a pre-show multi-man match? They're really not working anything.
Yeah, I mean, I see Finn Balor going for the title, and they could probably throw a couple other men in there if they got nothing to do, like an Elias or whoever else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean maybe if
Elias
will
be performant. He doesn't have his wrestling attire.
Yeah, and there's no gimmick match on WrestleMania yet, so they can make this a ladder match maybe just to spice things up.
Oh yeah, I mean we have the no holds barred.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that our only stip? I think that's our only.
Yeah, everything else is just either title match or the battle royals.
Maybe this Becky match. Maybe they'll make it extra brutal or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Ronda shows up backstage, and the referee's got the balls to call her out for being late. they got extra security there, and Ronda just brushes it off and walks away.
It's funny. I thought that would be Fit Finley's job. Would be to Ronda, you were supposed to be no.
Yeah, no, it's like this ref. Why am I listening to you?
Yeah, but, who the fuck are you, bud?
Her husband Travis Brown is with her, by the way, who will become noteworthy later.
Yeah, what's going on here? What's going on here with Ronda? With Ronda's
it's getting
man?
real. They're just getting everything involved, trying to make it seem as real as possible, I guess. Before that, we have our moment of bliss.
Yes.
She talks more about hosting WrestleMania, and her guest is Elias. He comes out to some cheers, So it's back and forth every week with this guy. Sometimes I love him until he starts shitting on your sports team.
Yeah, I think you need to love him until you hate him. and he was one. You're in Chicago. You are the place where. Well,
that's
I think
he
did come out later. I think, or no, he did say. Because I rewound to listen to it. He did say something about missing a field goal.
Yeah,
he did. That's how the most recent Chicago Bears season came to an end. So he still found a place to pepper that in. Yeah. He could have just said one thing about CM Punk, and then that arena would have exploded. I think this was he had it right there.
Yeah. But Alexa, she tells him this is a safe space. They both fall victim to rude interruptions every week, which is true.
Which is true. Have you ever been to a safe space? Like something branded as a safe space?
Yeah, not even the Hell in a Cell is safe. People get in there somehow. So.
Oh, I meant non-wrestling. I just meant you. If you.
Well, anyway.
No. Only one time I did go to an art thing with some friends, and yeah, like there was a sign on the wall that said, like, "This is a safe. This is a safe space. No harm, judgment, all that stuff." And
no harassment, no gender.
No, everything's no.
It's like,
no.
Well, you think most places we don't need to put up a sign. Most people we hope people who abide.
We
by
hope
simple.
that like you walk into a McDonald's and they don't need to put a sign.
Yeah, you don't just start yelling the N-word and just pointing at people.
Don't you do that when you just walk into your local Skechers?
Yeah.
You just start yelling like Jews.
Yeah.
But of course, this is a safe space on top of the WrestleMania ramp. Of course, these two we're going to see a lot of these two at the at WrestleMania. The host and the
big announcement for Elias. He's the headlining musical act, which I like. Normally they have like Flo Rida or someone that like doesn't care about. I mean, sometimes it's been cool. Some years it's been good. I like Skylar Grey was good. Mm-hmm. Kid Rock was all right. But Elias, he's the actual musical act. So fuck yeah. He's
go New York. There's a lot of shit you can shit on a lot of stuff there too. You know, they got a basketball team in the dumps. They just traded their biggest wide receiver. This is important stuff. You know, it's and that's a lot of people to be booing on you. That's a lot of people to, really go for.
Yeah. So he's going to be playing at WrestleMania. It's going to be better than Queen at Live Aid, Prince at the Super Bowl, but then No Way Jose music hits. And Otis and Tucker are leading the conga line this time, and they just circle around Bliss and Elias, and they look on disturbed, and Bliss is like, yo, this is way too early. You guys were invited, but it's not supposed to be now. And Elias is ready to get in Otis' face, but No Way Jose attacks him from behind. And what a big angle. What a big moment for No Way Jose, just so he can lose in the driftway. And that's it. He's done.
And he's done.
He's done.
Sit down.
He got his new hair done just for that. He did all that work. Weird. Anyways, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, these keep going. What did you just say? You're sorry for the bad booking?
I'm sorry we have to just watch this.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, folks, that we need to cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks straight on someone who you haven't seen in like 3 or 4 months. I don't know, weird choice, but I don't know. I don't know where Elias.
I guess they wanted to give Elias a tiny bit of steam. So yeah, maybe this is just give him a win.
If I can give of course listeners at home, you're always hitting on the hot takes. Hot take. I think Elias is going to be seen as match.
John Cena's match. That'd be good.
I think it's not going to be announced. I think it's just somehow in the middle of Elias, like the interruption is John Cena. I don't know. That's how I like it. That's how I see this. That's how I see this playing right now. Let's build Elias up maybe a little bit, just to have him come crashing down when America's sweetheart comes home. Coming up next, I think we did hear earlier on though that we would be hearing a message from Kurt Angle later.
Yes, you said America's sweetheart. This is America's hero. The Kurt Angle farewell tour continues, so his final match ever in Chicago, I guess.
Yes.
Thank you, Kurt Chance. Angle talks about who he wants to fight at Mania. Baron Corbin.
What?
The crowd just goes, ah, like, come on, that. Yeah, this is not a good final opponent for Kurt.
This is not a good. This is not a good.
That's a Fastlane match. Why didn't you do that at Fat? Like, if you're gonna end your career, the Hall of Fame, Kurt Angle, multi-time champion. Give him John Cena. Give him someone. Give him AJ Styles. I don't care.
Give him a match that he'll at least have. I think a couple weeks ago,
Dolph Ziggler or something.
A few weeks ago when Roman came back, and I think my first thought was, great, let him bury Baron Corbin. At WrestleMania, I'm like, great.
Like,
okay,
he comes out, Superman punch, spear, boom, crowd's
done.
happy.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
And then that saves.
You think Kurt Angle would just somebody a little more qualified?
Yeah, like there's storyline to it. He's like, yeah, you were the GM, I was the GM, you were a dick, but like we don't care. We don't need the payoff. We already just hate Corbin. We want a good match for you, Kurt.
Even a guy like Chad Gable, who we eventually did see.
That would have been a good
who we
WrestleMania
eventually did see a match with. They kind of looked the same too. It was weird.
Yeah, no, this was so Gable got to wear. This is what he used to wear, like before teaming up with Bobby Roode. He had his whole gear on, and before the match, he shakes his hand. He tells him he's a hero of his. Like, it's true. Exactly. Gable was a collegiate wrestler, a very good amateur wrestler as well, and yeah, crowd chants, "This is awesome!" right away. Chicago, they know what they're doing. They're a smart wrestling city. Yeah, they just had a good back and forth match. Angle obviously is not quite as quick as the olden days, but he still works hard here.
Yeah, let him work hard. Let us cheer for him, right? Like we know that he's not as quick as he once was.
No,
we know that.
Yeah, the crowd loves him, and they're behind him. Yeah, Gable locks in an ankle lock of his own, and the crowd boos it. And then Angle rolls out, goes for the angle slam. Gable gets a DDT, goes for the moonsault, and then Kurt avoids that, and he gets the ankle lock. So that's the end. Good match afterwards. Kurt helps him up and hugs him, and then Corbin comes out. So
chorus of boos. You know what? This is just I think we've had to ask ourselves for months and months and months now, like why does Vince like Baron Corbin so much?
Yeah.
Right? First it was heat or that because he took over for Kurt Angle, and then it was kind of working for a little bit, and then it sort of stayed that same character. He didn't really change much.
Yeah. I've heard backstage rumors that they've taken note of the response to this match, and they might be considering changing something up. Who knows? They didn't expect it to be this bad.
Did you see?
Like, people on social media are just hating everything.
Did you see Kurt Angle's wife tweeted?
Yeah, she tweeted out about
disappointed, and then she
like,
had to delete it.
Yeah. And Cena tweeted out a picture that just said like dumpster fire or something.
That started in Toronto. That started at the show that we were at.
Yeah, that was our boy. That was our
I think
city,
when we went to Raw, there was a dumpster fire chant too.
And I think wasn't there even "We Want Cena" chants during this Kurt Angle? Like, it's got to that point now where the crowd, like, Cena is now beloved. He's come full circle. We love him. We want him back.
Yeah,
Cena versus Angle would be great.
John Cena would put the hell over on Kurt Angle. You know, he would like that. Do that job.
Yeah,
it's not about you.
His first match ever in WWE was against Kurt Angle, and if Kurt Angle's last is against Cena, it'd be full circle.
That would be full ruthless
full squared
aggression.
circle. Yeah.
You know what this is? This is a classic example of just, or to me, it's just like Vince loves his own guys. Vince loves WWE dudes. You know, like a guy as Baron Corbin who has only wrestled with WWE. Yeah. He wants that person to shine. He doesn't. We've seen what he does with NXT like call-ups, who are mostly kind of like recycled indie dudes, right? Mm-hmm. He found a way to bury Shinsuke Nakamura, something that nobody probably ever thought was even possible.
Yeah,
and he just kind of found a way to make that happen, because, you know, he's not a WWE guy. Cena is a WWE guy.
Yeah,
you want to give it to him, right? So yeah,
there's still hope. There's still hope. There's still hope.
There's still hope. We have
maybe they can change the match.
17
2.5
days
weeks
now, you know, or we'll make that happen somehow.
Yeah, maybe Angle beats him in like 10 seconds, and then Cena comes out. It's like, let's have a real match. And then
he shows up with the frosted tips that he had back in 2000.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
The
red
shorts.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That would be fun.
Although I don't think he's willing to cut his hair down. He's been growing it out.
How long is it now? I feel it should
not
be
like super
flowing.
long, but
it should be flowing by this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonder. Imagine if he's like has to tie it back for once in his life. Cena would tie it back
with a little like bun at the top there. Yeah. He would just start getting booed. It wouldn't even work.
But yeah, the shit doesn't stop for Corbin, because afterwards Apollo approaches him backstage, tells him he wants a match. Corbin says okay, and Apollo's like, yeah, nobody likes you. Corbin, he points to the Revival. He's like, hey, they like me. They just laugh. They're like, hell no. So yeah, everyone shit on Corbin.
It was a classic shit on Corbin week. Good. What was next though? I think we had
the girls, Sasha and Bailey.
The tag champs. Yeah, that's correct.
They are interviewed in the ring by Charlie Caruso, and they're asked about the Iconics calling them out on SmackDown. So they're addressing it finally. Bailey,
finally, Jesus.
She says they're willing to step up. You know, anyone that makes a challenge. So tomorrow, Boss and Hug, they're going to appear on SmackDown. And then Natalya comes out with Beth Phoenix, and Beth cuts a promo about how much she respects them and what they've done. But you know, she's been watching recently, and she's had enough. She's seen Nia and Tamina setting them all back, and that awoke the dragon, as she says. So she wants to step out of retirement and challenge for the tag titles at WrestleMania. And I was like, nah, man, I can't.
We already got teams. We don't need.
Yeah.
Why are we making new teams? we already got our teams.
If this leads to like a fatal 4-way, then
I think this could be that multi-person. You have a couple SmackDown, a couple Raws.
Yeah, after watching SmackDown, I was less concerned, but at this moment, I was like, no, they can't bump the Iconics.
Or maybe bring an NXT call up there. Maybe with a triple threat. Women's tag match that'd be fun.
Yeah,
because I don't think that anything like here is official.
No, they were just saying
that's
stuff,
one of the other matches that's not on the Wikipedia.
Not officially, but we can count pretty
17,
much every title.
17 is going to be that's my guess right now.
No, that's fair. Bailey, she does a little slight dig. She's like, "Yeah, it'd be an honor to face you, but you've been retired for 6 years, and competition's evolved around here."
She's not wrong. Yeah. I'll give her that.
No. Sasha says, Natty, you're just riding best coattails because you can't even be on the card at Mania. And that's enough. She slaps her, and they all fight for her.
She's not wrong.
Yeah,
everyone's making some good points right now.
Yeah, so she just slaps her, and they fight, and that leads to Sasha versus Natalya. Nia comes out during the match because she always has to fucking be there.
Like, we can't go 1 week. We can't go 1 week.
Yeah, like we got like Becky and Charlotte. They weren't on Raw this week, so
we didn't see Roman.
Nia.
We didn't see Roman or Dean.
No, we didn't see Roman. Yeah, but fucking Nia, yeah.
Who else didn't we see? Could have seen a lot. Could have seen a lot of people. That's all I'm saying. We didn't see the Riot Squad. We haven't seen the Riot Squad for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I would rather see that woman with rabbit pelts hanging from her hips than I said it. I can't believe I said that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So, of course, this leads to Tamina. She sneaks up behind. It hits Beth. Super kicks everyone. So that's DQ. And then Nia's just like, see y'all at WrestleMania. So they just invited themselves into the match, I guess. So, oh, no. But as long as they don't win, we'll be okay. Another quick...
Yeah, I don't see these titles changing hands anytime soon.
Well, maybe at Mania.
Oh, you think so? You think so?
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, yeah, depends.
We'll see.
Depends what happens.
Yeah. Another Mojo Rawley, I don't know. Another mirror promo. Just him, I don't know.
What was he saying? Okay, he was saying like smarten up or something like that. And then when it cuts back, Corey Graves says, like, maybe if you stop staring at yourself in a mirror, you could get more done. It was just the quote after Corey Graves.
Best friend of Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, I remember that. That was at the Battle Royal a couple years back.
A couple Manias ago, like 32.
I think Gronkowski took down
Gronk. Jinder Mahal.
Jinder
and then
Mahal,
the security guard. Did you remember the security guard ran in? She didn't know it was like an angle.
No.
She tried to stop the Gronk. Yeah.
Really?
They might have cut it out on the replay, but like she runs up and like grabs him, and then someone is like, no, he's in.
So it's legit. Oh, she got worked.
And it was like a woman. She was like a 5 foot tall security. She's probably like, this is my moment. I'm gonna be a hero.
But
bitch, you're fucking it up.
If you look Gronkowski has to be like 6'8", 260. You see someone that big.
I mean, he's pretty big.
That's pretty ballsy. She actually thought, I'm gonna stop this person.
Just gonna grab this.
And I can maybe forgive that you don't know what he looked like.
Yeah.
Because I think someone like that, I think I would recognize.
Mm-hmm.
If it's LeBron James running to I hope that she would be like, oh, LeBron's running in there. It must be legit. But she must have just thought that there was this 6'9", 265-pound jacked guy who's just pissed.
But from the connection of Raleigh to Jinder, we had up next Jinder Mahal versus Ricochet.
This was terrible.
He gets some singles back.
This was terrible, and I don't. I mean,
at least he gets a singles match. He wins at the 6:30. That's all we have to say.
Way too boring. Weird squash. Too much Mahal. Coming up next,
I just like that we have that Black and Ricochet aren't glued together for this. Like, I like them as a tag team.
That's
okay.
Yeah. I forgot. I guess
that's the only consolation I can take.
Either, right? I don't think we saw him.
No, we might have seen him on SmackDown.
We'll get there. I'll remember in like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah. Backstage, Charlie has a quick interview with Dana Brooke before her big title match with Ronda, and that's up next. So
2 weeks in a row. Way to go, Dana. Look at her go.
Yeah, Dana, she's all pumped up. She got one bit of offense in. Like, Ronda went for a kick, and she caught it, and she slapped her in the face, and she was like, ah. But right after that, Ronda went crazy and kicked her ass and tapped her out in a few seconds. And she refused to break a hold for a while, so they sent another ref out, and Ronda gets up and shoves him down, and then she goes to her husband, Travis Brown, and then security tries to grab her, so he beat her.
He knocks her out.
She beats the security, then Travis punches out another guard, so he's officially involved. He's officially involved in the storyline angle. He's not just a prop.
Not just a prop anymore. Is Becky going to beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey's husband?
Oh, man.
That would be
her
sick.
and Charlotte just team up for a moment, like, just fuck him.
Just for a minute.
Put him through
just
a
for
table.
a minute, beat the shit out of him. That dude's pretty big.
Security surrounded Ronda, and he just, like, lifted her over the barricade and took her away like a little kid leaving the toy store.
That's a big guy.
He's in the angle. I think he's going to escort her down to the ring maybe at Mania or something.
Is he involved at the old PC down there in Florida at all? Do you know?
Don't know. I don't know how old he is. I don't know if he's trained to be a wrestler. I don't want to see that.
I looked. He hasn't fought a UFC fight since 2017. So
yeah, I think he's pretty much
years.
done. He's just waiting for Ronda whenever she's done with WWE. They're going to start a family, and they got enough money to live their life.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's really nice to know.
She can come back and wrestle every once in a while whenever she wants, if she wants.
I think I asked you this question last week and maybe the week before. Why does Ronda want the match?
Because she's. What do you? Okay.
I still don't get it.
Okay, I can't answer it then anymore. We just gotta wait and watch. She wants it because who's the best competition out there right now? She says wrestling's fake. I can kick these phony ass bitches and embarrass them in front of all of you because this is fake. I'm the man. I'm here for money. I'm the champ. I'm the best in the world at everything I do, and I'm gonna prove it. And that's why.
At least heel Ronda has a point.
Yeah, no, I like it here.
That weird face Ronda didn't really have a point.
No, I mean it got her like she was over for a while. Like she was really over as a face, and then she won the belt. But then by the time they started teasing that Becky was going to fight her, they had no choice but to turn her heel, and she's done a good job with it. She's done a good job of it, and she's looking unstoppable. So that's going to be 18 days, man, 18 days. Oh yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for the match. Now, like they've got the silly shit out of the way. We know Becky's in the match. She's no longer injured, so now we can just do shit like this. She wasn't even wearing the brace. She was limping. She's officially clean. She was limping a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Quick match after this: Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin. Apollo reverses the end of days into a roll up, and he pins Corbin. So shit on Corbin even more. Everyone shit on Corbin. Keep shitting. And I think we saw Kurt Angle come out there too and just stand there with Apollo Crews. This match 100% has to change. So let's see. We'll hope. Then next, live via satellite, we had the interview with Batista. He just kind of talks about not liking Triple H. Same thing he's been saying, how he wants to come back, have that one last big match, and Hunter uses people. Do you have a room in your house that looks like the room that he was sitting in? not quite that nice. It was just kind of like drapes in front on a wall. Didn't he have like fancy stuff in front of him though, like a desk? It was a desk and like one of those globes that opens into a liquor cabinet or something. Presumably there was liquor behind it. Yeah, I can only assume. It was a nice desk chair. I don't know. It was a weird room to be in live from Tampa. Didn't know Batista lived in Tampa, but there's a little piece of info. Yeah, so he didn't really. I mean, he said kind of the same shit he's been saying, but at Mania he's going to end Triple H's career. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was all good. If he lives in Tampa though, he's not that far from Full Sail University. Gotta say, Batista. That would be a way. Batista breaking down the door at an NXT event. Yeah, showed up on the Friday at TakeOver New York and do something during one of those matches. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. That would really get under Hunter's skin. Ooh, yeah. If he, oh man, that'd be fun. Yeah, and we could see a little Batista before the Batista. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Are we coming up on the main event though? One quick segment was backstage Braun. He just talks about the Saturday Night Live fellas, and he announces he is entering the Andre Battle Royal. So he's the first official So that's basically saying we got nothing for you. Here's your match. So he's in.
So this is kind of 2 years now where Braun gets hot and they make him unstoppable.
Yeah.
And then they cool
for
him
6
off
months.
right before WrestleMania.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's not gonna win the title, so we got nothing for you.
I think it was like at a Money in the Bank or like the Greatest Royal Rumble. He just runs through people.
Yeah, he won the thing.
Like Elimination Chambers, just runs through people. And then he gets paired up with a random kid from the crowd on the biggest match of the night.
It wins the title for a day. And then he wins the Money in Bank and loses that.
It's weird because this is the thing for him to win, but it's the same thing as that he's kind of been doing for the past little while of just he'll eliminate a bunch of people, maybe win or maybe not, but we wouldn't really be surprised. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter anyways, so we wouldn't even
remember
know.
that green belt he got in Saudi Arabia that we haven't seen since?
Are they doing? I mean, I know they're doing more. Saudi Arabia.
They're doing another Greatest Royal Rumble.
Okay,
yeah.
so
I wonder maybe they'll have the belt. I don't know.
The belt, and there was also a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bet they will. I bet Braun might come down with that thing because that's going to happen shortly after WrestleMania, right? I think.
Yeah, it's like in May, so yeah, like a month and a half.
Right. It was kind of between that and or between Mania and Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean. We're not really too hyped for it, but that's a long way away. That Saudi Arabia shit. Before that, Bliss, she approaches Braun and she says she wants to make peace between him and the Saturday SNL boys because she's the host and they're the correspondents and let's get along. I don't want you chasing them around backstage all night.
She makes a good point. She's the host. She needs to keep order. Finley's not doing his job. Alexa Bliss needs to keep the order around here.
Finley's going to be busy that night. Very, very.
Finley's got a lot of shit going on. He's got a lot of 17 matches. That's a lot of music to queue up.
Thank God they don't do full entrances for the Battle Royal for everyone.
Oh my God, but they're going to do ooh, you know what? We should I'm staring at the times right now for our guests for that Triple H Batista match. I think when we're doing prop bets, and of course listeners at home, the prop bets that you guys are sending us are just overflowing our inbox right now. Of course, you're all sending a message to shootbrotherspod@gmail.com, and it's just thousands. My phone is just going off all the time.
Data plan. We need bigger data plan.
And I think the show before Mania will do it. Let's keep this in mind. Triple H entrance length. Oh yeah. Because it's the different song. He has the different song, so it's its own thing.
He has two songs. Yeah. No, as soon as the first song hits, it all counts as one.
As soon as the music plays.
As soon as something hits, because sometimes like they do a pre-thing, like they play a video, they play something. He comes out as a Terminator.
Intro package.
Yeah. I'm gonna say his entrance is 6 minutes 21 seconds.
6 minutes 21 seconds. You gotta hear first. Ding 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 ding. 6 minutes. I actually thought it was gonna be longer. I'm saying 7 minutes flat.
That's fair. Hey. Every once in a while, I look at a match time and it ends flat, so you might get it on the flat.
I could, yeah. You know what? I was at a Super Bowl party, and one of my pals there had a bunch of money bet on all sorts of prop bets, and he needed the national anthem to be less than like 1 minute and 53 seconds. For him to make that bet, and he didn't, and he ended up losing $40 because the national anthem was actually 1:59 and a half or something. It was real weird. It was real, but like too close for someone. Like someone predicted that pretty goddamn right.
Yeah.
You couldn't predict this one though, because earlier on we were promised we were getting Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, and now we're finally getting that match to main event Monday Night Raw from somewhere.
Chicago.
Chicago. I'm going to get that right one of these days. I'm just going to actually remember where these things are taking place. Of course, yeah. So Drew McIntyre had attacked Roman Reigns a couple weeks back. So, or maybe it was last week.
Yeah.
So Rollins is coming to maybe avenge him.
Yeah, and Drew officially challenges Roman to a fight at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So there's your match. That should be good for both of them. They'll have something to do. Seth comes out. They fight on the ramp, and eventually the match starts in the ring. They go back and forth for a while. Seth has Drew in the position for the curb stomp, but Brock Lesnar's music hits, so he comes out. Yeah, that fucking. So that's the old distraction there. Allows Drew to hit the Claymore for the win, and then Heyman and Lesnar, they just laugh at Rollins from the ramp, and that's the end of the Raw.
The old music distraction.
Yeah, just point and laugh.
And that's why you need an advocate. Paul Heyman knows the exact moment to tell Fit Finlay when to press play.
Yeah. Well, why does Finlay oblige? Is because
he has to.
Intimidating?
No, I think that's the world, is that Fit Finlay has to say yes to
can't say no.
He can't say no, because if not, he should be fired, because he's really not good at negotiating.
So anything goes.
The old distraction, it's the classic angle.
Yeah.
The classic angle.
Play the music.
What's the most you've ever been distracted? Just so kind of like in your entire life, have you ever been so distracted where you've stopped the thing you were about to do to observe the thing that was about to happen?
I don't know.
Like, I can't think of something that I've been so shocked by that I had to stop. Stop what you're doing. Oh my God. So McIntyre gets McIntyre gets the greasy roll up pinfall, or he gets the Claymore pinfall. Brock Lesnar's laughing. Brock Lesnar's laughing at us right now.
They're having a fit of giggles.
Is this all we're gonna see of the Beast before WrestleMania?
I think you might see him on the very last Raw.
Yeah, the go home show. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll probably see Paul Heyman a couple more times. I think this feud's probably as hot as it's gonna get. I think.
I mean, the crowd's ready for it. They just want to see Rollins win, so they don't really have to do much.
Yeah,
they could do the angle of just Lesnar beating the shit out of Rollins, but we don't. I mean, we're already ready for the match, so let's go.
Yeah, I think Raw needs to spend more time doing other stuff. I think this match is ready to go. Let's get this belt off of Brock Lesnar, but you never know. You never know.
That's all we want. That's all we need.
That's all we want.
Please. Among other things. It's not all we want, but for that match, that's the only finish we want.
Oh yeah, definitely. So that's Monday Night Raw. Coming up next is SmackDown Live from somewhere.
Yeah, this one I don't know.
Do you think they do like opposite ends of the country? Like, how do you
No, sometimes it's like the same. Sometimes it's not.
Like same region or something, or
yeah, I'm sure they have some sort of rhythm to it, but. Yeah, sometimes they are in the exact same city, sometimes in the same state, sometimes they're like halfway across.
Yeah, right. You never know how it's gonna work. Kicking off SmackDown Live, though, we did have the Miz coming out to pour his heart out about the action of the past couple of weeks, his affection towards his father, who by the sounds of it sounds like a pretty shitty father. Miz is really. I don't know why they're making him. The Miz is really painting this guy to be a piece of garbage. To flat out never tell your kid you love them until they're 40.
Yeah, and out of everything he's done, he's main evented WrestleMania, but no, I'm still not proud of you. Not until that tag title, that Shane O'Mac, man, he's something. If you and him were to team up, man. It's like, but Dad, I beat John Cena at WrestleMania. Cena.
Dad, do you wish I was Shane McMahon?
It's like, Dad, have you looked in the mirror? I made you. Anyways.
It's such a weird angle. Heel or face, Miz gives one hell of a promo, and he did just that.
He did win. Yeah, the fan. He talks about how after 13 years he's earned the respect of the fans, and they chant "You deserve it."
He got a "You deserve it." He brought out he dropped a Kofi bomb. How Kofi's hard
everyone
work.
On the show tonight was everyone on the show. Every babyface on the show gave Kofi a thumbs up in their middle of whatever they were doing. He pledges an ass whooping for Shane at Mania, so they're ready. They're ready to go as well.
Yeah, this was great. Let's build some momentum over a couple weeks. This feud is going, and probably Miz's best promo work since his Intercontinental heel stuff a little while back. So this was fun.
Yeah.
Up next though.
Yeah, this is what I was looking forward to.
This is what you were looking forward to. Okay, so break it down. What happened first, and then how did you react?
Sasha and Bayley versus the Iconics. So first I'm like, woo, the Iconics, yes. Non-title match, but before the match even happens, Iconics, they cut a promo on the Boss Hugs connection. They say they look scared or that their parent bought them into an Ivy League school, which is kind of weird. Like, I mean,
yeah, it was a weird. It
didn't make sense. It's recent reference, but it didn't make sense at all.
There's a difference between topical and
it's just like
worthy. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
but you tried. Right on.
Yeah. Anyways, I was just happy to see the Iconics.
Maybe she went off script for that one. I don't know.
It's like whoever wrote this, they just wanted to please me because not only did I get the Iconics, but in the middle of the match, Lacey Evans shows up. We didn't see her on Raw, so I was worried. Like last week we didn't see her on SmackDown. This week we didn't see her on Raw. So
the sassy Southern Belle.
We get Lacey. She turns around and leaves, of course. Iconics, they put up a good fight. We get a decent match, and the finish comes when Peyton and Sasha are in the ring. Billie Kay grabs Sasha on the outside, so Bayley goes after Billie, but she gets a big boot to the face, and Peyton rolls up Sasha, and Billie holds Sasha's arm down. So the cheating victory, and they get the pinfall over the champs. So give these women the Mania match, or at least put them in the Fatal 4-Way, whatever you're doing. But yeah, the Iconics with the win.
Big win for these two. This match was rough to watch at some points, but the Iconics are good. I think they're good enough off mic or just not in the ring. I think it really makes up for.
Yeah, they're still a little green.
They're a little green. But there's one time like Billie Kay is just yelling or like screaming at them. Just like, don't look at me. Why are you looking at me? And just you're that loud. Another personal non-highlight of this match for me was Tom Phillips yelling, "It's boss time." That was
yeah.
I've never heard it before.
Yeah.
Well, both Sasha Banks and Bayley have never been on SmackDown.
Yeah, like almost. Well, Sasha's been on a long time ago. I think Bayley's never been on at all.
Bayley's never been on it, but yeah, certainly since the brand split, 3-ish years ago now. So we've just had to endure hearing Michael Cole say that phrase. But I was glad that Tom Phillips took a crack at it. It felt real weird hearing. So go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
Solid match. Let's get these guys going to Mania. Big thing for the Iconics. You come over to SmackDown Live.
I just want them in that
their
title
show.
match.
That's their show.
Yeah.
You're not going to take
They're
any
iconic.
of the shit.
They're iconic. I love them. But backstage next we have Rey Mysterio. He's interviewed and he announces just like that he'll be facing Samoa Joe for the U.S. title at Mania.
That was easy.
And who's this man? Who's this tall young man next to him? That's Rey's son Dominic. He's there and he's asked about the match and he just.
My dad's gonna kick his ass.
Did you ever hear the storyline with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero and
there was
Dominic?
I was looking into who this kid is. So Mike walked me through it. I believe there was a custody battle of sorts.
Yeah, so it was ridiculous. So he is real life. He is the real life son of Rey Mysterio. But then the storyline, Eddie Guerrero revealed that Rey's wife had cheated on him or something, and Rey was the legitimate father. And so Rey and Eddie had this big blood feud, and it culminated in a custody on a ladder match. So the briefcase containing the custody papers for his son Dominic hanging in a briefcase. And they climbed, and Rey Mysterio won, so he got the son back.
Are you fucking kidding me? A custody battle match?
Yeah.
Oh,
this happened in like 2005 or 2006 or something. And they even I remember one, there was like a promo when like Eddie reveals that he's the father, and then he's like, "Is it true, Daddy? Is it true?" And it was just
sick Mexican accent.
Yeah, and he was like 5. He really did say it like that. It was so funny, but oh my god!
Has there ever been another custody battle match?
Maybe there's been some weird shit.
Who made that up? Who wrote? Who was writing in 2005? Right now, that is insane.
Eddie Guerrero, he came out with a shirt that said, "I'm your poppy." And he was like, "Hey, I'm your poppy." And he was just healing it up, man.
I love it, man. You know what? If that would have happened and I experienced that, I would have gotten such a kick out of a custody battle match.
Oh, it's fun. That's why I like these all these stories that just want something to trigger the memory to tell, and it's just funny. It's just funny stuff to to look back on it.
It's funny that there was a custody battle for this Dominic kid, but I saw the promo. He's like a foot taller than Rey Mysterio. I think Eddie Guerrero might actually be this kid's father. It's tough. How do you get a foot on your pops? Like, I'm not saying you're 6 inches taller. Even that is a pretty good amount. I'm saying this guy's a foot taller than his dad.
I mean, little people or midgets, whatever you prefer. They can have normal sized kids, right?
I mean, I guess, but it's something. I don't know. I just want someone to ask if there was actually a DNA test that was had. There could. That's all I want to know.
Yeah. Anyways, that was Dominic. So there's the background on Dominic Mysterio.
Who knows? Does that mean if
he's going to be at Mania,
taking Samoa Joe, he's taking on. Does that mean we're going to see Dominic get choked out in the next couple weeks?
Oh, maybe Dominic's been training secretly. He'll jump in the ring and hit a Hurricane Rana on Joe or something.
Oh, maybe. But you know what? Samoa Joe loves to go after your family.
Yeah,
he wanted just to be AJ. He wanted to be AJ Styles' kid.
We'll have to get an age check on that kid. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah, he had that young looking face, but I could be 25.
He could be 16. He could be 18. Yeah. I don't know.
I know. Is he old enough?
Could be 14.
Hey, kid, old enough to take a bump. So we'll see that. My short prediction is though, Samoa Joe is going to choke that kid out in the next couple days, and I don't know if the kid is 18 or not, but it's not gonna stop it because Samoa Joe loves to break up families.
Hell yeah!
There you have that. Next up on the show, we had I think we had heard earlier that we were getting the Kevin Owens show.
Yeah,
the return of the KO show.
Back. We've had a.
With SmackDown's two hottest stars, or the company's two hottest stars, Becky and Charlotte.
Yeah, right before he puts over Kofi for the Gauntlet match, like all the other guys.
Of course,
everyone was
putting over.
Kofi, we're all rooting for you.
Everyone was putting over
Good luck
Kofi.
Out there.
This was I love when Kevin Owens does these little segments. They only work.
Yeah,
they don't work with everybody, right? They work with guys like KO. They work with Chris Jericho. They fail sometimes too.
Becky comes out first. Crowd pops big, and then Owens says, "Hey, they like you." So that was funny. He always has those little. And then Charlotte comes out.
He has those off mic things.
Yeah, that, hey, they like it. Like he didn't say it into the microphone, but you can hear it.
That's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's like a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
But it adds so much. It adds so much.
But then the Queen, Charlotte Flair, comes out next. Lots of Becky chants. Owens talks about. Yeah. Owens knows all about friendships going wrong, and he reads off all the things Ronda's done and said recently, and reads off some more quotes of the other two dissing each other, and he says, "Nobody wants to see you talk anymore. Tonight it's fight, Becky, fight. Fight, Charlotte, fight." So then they both stand up. They grab a mic. Charlotte insults Becky. I forget what she said. And then Owens leaves the rings, and then Becky just clocks Charlotte, and they go at it. No knee brace.
No knee brace, no nothing. Right before he hits her, though. Oh, sorry. Right before. Wow. Right before Becky and Charlotte start going at it, Kevin Owens says, "I'm gonna stand out here."
Oh, yeah,
when he's asking them the question, and then he just kind of steps outside the ring, and he's still pretending to interview them from 6 feet away, and then they smack each other. Someone maybe didn't go through a table they were supposed to, and then just kind of got speared over top of the table.
We don't know. I mean, we don't know. Maybe the table was shooting on its own.
The table had its own thing in mind. The officials, security come out, break them up. Becky and Charlotte, they start attacking the security guards and go back at each other and eventually get broken up again. But did what they needed to do. We had Kevin Owens kind of a buffer in there to make it a little bit different than normal promo. It was fun. It was short. This was a tough episode. This was a tough week. Just in general for the WWE security team and security force. They got absolutely manhandled by Ronda Rousey and her husband, and now they got absolutely just had no control over Becky and Charlotte.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is Fit Finley's responsibility. Who would be in charge of security at WWE? That
was it Triple H last week called them Guardians of the Indies?
Guardians of the Indies. That's what he called Batista's
Whenever they get to a local town, they just put out an ad for all the local indie guys. Say, anyone want to work security tonight?
Yeah, we should volunteer.
Yeah.
You take a
Yeah,
bump.
we'll volunteer at the Scotiabank.
Yeah, sure, okay. Whatever. I'll figure it out. Land on your back. We're moments away though from the Gauntlet match, the eventual main event. First, we're gonna hear from Daniel Bryan first. Daniel Bryan's a B plus. Daniel Bryan's an A player. Kofi's not. Oh, yeah. Kofi's not an A plus player. Kofi's a B plus player.
Injustice is his word of the day.
But Daniel Bryan knows what it's like to be there. He knows what it's like to be the underdog and to have to fight and scratch and
but he says that's not what happened here.
Had.
Yeah, he says Kofi was chosen to be in the chamber match replacing Ali, so he never earned that opportunity. And he fought well, but he lost, and he has earned nothing. So
and again, I'm thinking he makes a good point. Just because Kofi's been in these matches doesn't actually mean that it has not been a number one contender situation.
But he's got no opponent, so it's like
it's
if Kofi can beat five guys, I think that's a fair trade.
And Daniel Bryan's journey has kind of come full circle too, right? He was once the underdog trying to get in there, and now he's the top dude, looking down. And he's saying, you're nothing. You won't get this. You don't deserve this shit that he was probably told just a few years ago.
Yeah. He keeps going on, and then New Day finally interrupt him, and they hug Kofi, they hype him up, and then they leave him to do his thing on his own. So it's time for the Gauntlet.
For the Gauntlet match. First up,
this is what I was hoping. We're only at the halfway point of SmackDown. I was hoping we'd get a whole hour. Just Kofi going crazy.
Me too. I was kind of hoping. I heard it might not be the main event or might not close the show, but I was like, it has to close the show. First up, we did have Kofi Kingston against Sheamus, half the bar. The bar shows up, so Cesaro's sitting there at ringside.
You look stupid chance right away.
Getting a couple greasy looking moves in there too. These two went on for a pretty long time, I think, or at least I felt like these two.
Yeah, no,
it was a good chunk of time.
Yeah. Kofi did his freedom fall spot over the top to the outside. I love that. You don't really see anyone else do that. That's his spot, the Kofi thing, freedom fall, trust fall, whatever you want to call it. But at one point, Sheamus distracts the ref. Cesaro's getting involved. He hits Kofi for the cheap heat, but Kofi ends up ducking the brogue kick, going for a roll up, and then he hits the Trouble in Paradise. Pins Sheamus. Backstage, the New Day's watching on TV, and more people start to gather. The crowd, Mustafa Ali's there, the Usos there, the Hardys are there.
It's really funny. I was thinking to myself right before that segment happened, because we saw New Day watching the TV, and I always think to we always talk about why can't they look slightly more natural.
Yeah. And this time they were watching straight on.
They were just watching straight on.
It was natural.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I even thought to myself before, I was like, I wonder, nobody else ever is even walking by or checking in on the fucking screen. I'm like, that would be cool if they did that. And then somebody did that. And Mustafa Ali was there.
So bit by bit.
Which is kind of fun. I want to see that happen more often. You think if you're just chilling backstage, you would watch what's happening.
And it gave the feeling that they were pushing all night. Everyone really is behind Kofi. He does deserve this. The roster wants this to happen for him.
That would be a lot of fun. Get all the faces out there at the top of the ramp just applauding and shit like that.
Yeah.
When someone wins something big.
If he wins the title, have him. They carry him out on their shoulders. Everyone comes running out. It's like Rocky ending.
It's like a Rocky ending. Everybody yelling Kofi.
Yeah.
Coming up next.
He's like, yo, New Day! I did
it! New Day! Next up, we had the second half of the bar. Cesaro taking off Kofi Kingston in the second or round 2, I guess, of the Gauntlet.
He's Truth and Carmella have joined the backstage watching crew, by the way.
Who did?
I have to update them. Truth and Carmella. They've joined the
I saw EC3 kicking around his head
showing
back there too. Actually,
EC3, he's poking around.
Yeah, he was over someone's shoulder, or maybe under someone's shoulder. I'm not
it's
sure.
It's like an I Spy of wrestling.
I Spy someone who hasn't been on TV in a month. EC3.
So Cesaro, he applies a bunch of submissions to weaken Kofi. Goes for the neutralizer, but Kofi escapes and he hits the SOS and he gets the pin. So 2 down, 3 to go.
2 down, 3 to go.
Yeah.
This was also just a great. We don't often see single Cesaro or a Cesaro with no Sheamus interfering. Cesaro's real good
vastly
too.
underused in the company.
I mean, I know we're in the midst of this Kofi push right now, but I don't know. I think Cesaro might be the next one that we need.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'd be down for him getting a push somewhere down the line. Split them up, split the bar up. They've had their run.
It's been a couple years for those two. Also, they've definitely won this thing like 4 or 5 times between SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah, I think Sheamus is getting to the point where he might be close to retirement. I don't think he's going to go too long forever. But yeah, up next we had Rowan come out, and he just beats the crap out of Kofi for a bit. Grabs the chair, hits Kofi, so he's disqualified, but he doesn't care. So, because now they just DQ'd, he can just keep on beating up Kofi. So he gives Kofi the cranium slam, which is now officially known as the Iron Claw.
The Iron Claw.
The Iron Claw.
They tried a couple names on it. I guess they settled on Iron Claw.
He put him through the table, and he left the TV monitors on. He didn't even clear that shit. So
that's gotta hurt.
So he went through the table, through the monitors, backstage. All the baby faces are watching. They're pissed off, like, "Oh man, come on!" But, so Heavy Machinery and Nikki Cross, they've now joined the backstage crew.
Nikki Cross, there she is.
Yeah, she was there. She was just ducking in with a little smile.
Is she officially on a brand? Or was she one of those
No, because Heavy Machinery isn't either. They're still not officially.
Right.
None of them are.
What happened?
Yet.
Where's Lars Sullivan?
I don't know. I don't know. But
Samoa
Joe.
Kofi is, it's safe to say he's beaten down right now.
Oh, yeah. He's had 3 tough opponents in a row, and... yeah, Samoa Joe is no slouch. She's out next. Kofi shows a bit of fire early on, but Joe gets control and gives him a good beating. Mm-hmm. Ricochet joins the backstage crew. Samoa Joe gets Kofi up.
Were you keeping track of everyone?
I was keeping
who
tally. Yeah,
I wanted tabs. I
wanted to know. Samoa Joe gets Kofi up for the Muscle Buster, which we haven't seen in years, or he hasn't actually hit it in years.
He used to do that in NXT, right?
Yeah, and then the last time he did it was in a dark match on Raw.
Okay,
and it ended Tyson Kidd's career. He ruptured his neck or whatever he did to him.
Oh shit!
Could have killed him.
Tyson Kidd, really?
Yeah, he had that career.
Yeah. Some kind of a.
So he hasn't. He's teased it since then. He's got them in position, but he's never officially hit it since then.
So whose fault was it? Because it has to be someone's fault.
I think it was just a freak accident.
Okay.
It was just a freak. Like Joe's done it hundreds, if not thousands, of times to other opponents.
To other people. I get it. Yeah. Okay.
It might have just been, who knows, it might have been ready to go it, and then just all it took was the wrong ball.
Just something slipped a little bit too much.
Yeah, but anyways, Kofi reverses it into a pin, and he gets the 3 count on Joe. The backstage crew goes wild, and Joe is shook. So typical sore loser Joe, he goes after Kofi, and he chokes him out with the coquina clutch against the ropes. Big heel heat for Joe as he leaves, but he's still got that U.S. title, so he's all right.
He's all right. No, he's still a winner in my books.
Yeah, but 4 men down, and 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Oh my God! Coming up next, Kofi is down. I think Kofi is semi passed out while Randy Orton is coming out.
Yeah, so Randy Orton, this man, he's clinically insane.
The Rand Man.
He hears voices in his head that tell him what to do. He's not right. He's not right.
It's a good point. I believe he's been referred to as sadistic.
Yeah, he's like a viper, man. He's a snake.
The laser focused legend killer.
Yeah, I have to do another reference of the past. So Orton beats Kofi outside of the ring, and then he calls him stupid in a very loud, pronounced manner, which is a famous callback. Have you ever heard of the incident with Randy and Kofi from many years ago?
No.
Yeah, so some say this derailed Kofi's main event push, I don't remember, 8 years ago, 7 years ago. So Kofi was on his way, kind of similar to where he is now, but not quite as hot, but ready to main event, ready to go for titles, and him and Orton had a match. And the finish was Orton was supposed to win with the punt. Have you ever seen that punt he used to do where he just runs up and kicks him in the head?
You mean when he just sprints at somebody and kicks them on the temple? Yeah, I've seen that one.
So that's what he was going for, but I guess Kofi didn't misread it, and he got up thinking an RKO, so he took the RKO, and then afterwards Orton pins him, and he just goes, stupid, just yells at him a bunch of times.
Really? Why is the Rand Man so upset?
This was back when he was really hot-headed, years ago. And then apparently, backstage, he was just shitting on Kofi for fucking up the finish, and he buried Kofi.
Before he started vaping?
Yeah, now
Okay.
Randy's got a family. He's chilled out, and I think this was just his clever little remark for smart fans out there. The way he said "stupid," it was definitely a callback.
Stupid.
Had to tell that story. Look up the video of him, the original incident, and you'll kind of see. But
I'll have to check that out. These two put on a pretty good show.
yeah, really good shoe.
Really good show.
Kofi avoids the RKO, hits Trouble in Paradise, but he's too weak to get to Orton in time, so Orton rolls out of the ring. They fight a bit more. Orton goes for another RKO, but Kofi avoids and rolls him up for the 3. So Kofi's won the gauntlet. The crowd's going nuts. The backstage crew's going nuts. Big E and Xavier come running out to celebrate with Kofi. What an amazing win. But, of course, it's too good to be true. As he's celebrating, Vince McMahon comes out. He congratulates Kofi. He says, Kofi, you're going to WrestleMania. As long as you can. Yeah. One last opponent. Xavier and Big E, you got to go.
You gotta go, boys.
Yeah. So, of course, Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan. Kofi's wrestled for like an hour straight at this point. So it's nuts.
He just hasn't stopped.
Yeah. I've said it before, but like no other sport, you can't. Do you go this long without even a sip of water? Unless you're Rey Mysterio running off in the middle of the match. But Kofi, he rests in between. But come on, to go for an hour.
What about this? What about a Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins first to lose energy loses? There's your step. We're talking 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Who can no longer stand.
Who can no longer stand. Yeah. That's the one. Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan, is coming up as the 6th and final member. Well, final. We hope.
Yeah,
we hope this is. But there's no chance in hell that this could be it.
Yeah, Bryan. Kofi fights back a bit, but Bryan he gets control. Kofi ducks a kick. He hits the SOS, but Bryan kicks out. He gets a hold of Kofi's arms and he stomps the shit out of his head. Then he hits the running knee to pin Kofi, and that ends the glorious run.
Wow.
New Day run. Yeah. Fucking great match. New Day run out to check on Kofi, and that's the end of SmackDown. But damn. What a match.
What a match. You couldn't. Whoever booked this was incredible. This was great.
Yeah. This whole episode of SmackDown I thought was great. Like the promos were good. This match was all I needed. Like this.
Hot.
This
everything was so hot about this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's the Gauntlet. I mean, if
usually Gauntlet matches are pretty fun.
If Kofi's going to Mania, obviously he can't beat 5 dudes.
Yeah.
You can't beat 5 people.
Well, he beat 5. He didn't beat 6.
You can't run.
5's okay. 6 is outrageous.
Run through the Gauntlet and get a match. I mean, if he's gonna get there somehow.
He's got 2 weeks. They got 2 more episodes, so he's only 2 more hurdles. They got to figure it out.
And it keeps everyone looking strong, right? I mean, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, The Bar, they still look strong because Kofi didn't win. So it doesn't fucking matter if they got eliminated.
If it comes down to it, New Day, they just need to get a hold of Vince McMahon. Kofi's in the ring. Big E's holding Vince down, and Xavier has a cinder block, and he's ready to throw it on Vince's head.
You think those 2 guys are going to turn? It's
like,
heel.
you give us the match, or we're going to fucking kill you.
Or we're going to kill you, old man.
Yeah, you make the match, or you're dead.
And then Kofi talks them down, like talks them off the ledge, like, no, this isn't the way it should be. And
he says, do it. Kill the old man. Waste the old man.
Fucking kill him.
If you don't want to give him a match, waste him.
That pop would be huge if Kofi's just like,
and they get Tom
fucking
Savini.
Kill this guy.
They get Tom Savini to make a fake Vince, and he throws the block, and the head goes.
It just explodes.
Goes,
yeah, the explosion take. It's like a watermelon, from like 20 angles, just keeps repeating.
They get the Gallagher splash pads in the front.
It's like an explosion sound effect behind it.
But no, they do need to
go.
go to something. I feel like it's going to get to a point where New Day's going to have to do something drastic to get him in this match. If he can't win his way in, they're going to have to just threaten Vince. Do something.
Yeah, I was thinking about this match sometime on the weekend.
Or the whole roster will just have to threaten the whole roster.
The whole roster. That's what it was.
Out.
I was hoping, as soon as I saw these baby faces get in front of the screen, I was hoping for some just baby face shenanigans. Rey Mysterio somehow taking out Samoa Joe, AJ Styles taking out Randy Orton. I don't know. That's the I kind of saw this start to happen. I'm like, oh shit, maybe the whole locker room will actually get behind him. And they booked it differently, but yeah, it was amazing either way. I loved it.
Yeah, we still got time. I mean, they have to put Kofi in. They're just making us wait to the last minute.
But like you said, I mean, if we have Seth Brock, we have Becky, and then we have these two. Not all three of them can win. Not all.
They can.
They
could if they want to make it one of the best WrestleManias of all time.
Make it one of the best Manias.
Then you still have a dozen other matches to make great stuff with.
Maybe that's too much of a chore. We're just talking about 3 matches. They have 14 other matches that they need to worry about. It could be far from the best Mania ever.
But it could.
But it could be close.
I'm excited.
And there you have it. There you have it.
Yeah, that was SmackDown. I didn't watch it, but one quick on 205 Live, Tony Nese defeated Cedric Alexander, so he wins the tournament. So Tony Nese versus Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight title at Mania.
Cruiserweight title at Mania. That's great. I hope this is not a pre-show type thing.
It'll be the pre-show.
There's enough matches that you could make the pre-show that this one doesn't.
The Mania pre-show is like 4 matches.
This one doesn't necessarily need to be that.
Doesn't
throw
need
a
to be
battle
that.
royal.
They have
one
no
of the
respect.
Tag matches. I don't know.
They have no respect.
They got no respect. Wow, we've used 2 dead comedian jokes in one sitting.
We should just do one episode, like 50 quick impressions with Mike and Cam.
Just 50 quick, and
we'll just pick names out of a hat.
Just picking
Viewers,
names.
send in names. Send in celebrities, wrestlers, dead musicians, anything you want.
Shoot Brothers Pod at Gmail. Also taking votes for who does the best Vince. I think you've heard both Mike and myself, Vince McMahon. One of us has to be the better one. That's it for the week on our main roster.
Yeah. There was a quick social media announcement. Next week's SmackDown. Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Naomi, and Carmella will fight to see who will face Asuka at Mania.
That's fun. A fatal.
No Lacey
fatal,
Evans in the
fatal
match.
4-way for Asuka at Mania.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay. What do we got there? Okay, so that's tough.
Yeah.
Where do you see that match going?
The women's match?
Yeah.
SmackDown?
Yeah, who's taking that?
I want Lacey Evans. I want Lacey to just pop up and get in there.
Okay, so Lacey Evans as the wild card.
Mandy just had her chance, but I think Mandy is the most qualified of the 4 to be like Naomi and Carmella. There's nothing there. No heat for that versus Asuka. So it would either be Sonya or Mandy.
Putting Sonya and Mandy in the same match, though, that scares me that the turn's going to happen.
Or maybe they'll just
before.
This whole match will go to shit and they'll end up having a 5-way at Mania or a 6-way with Lacey.
You could with Lacey Evans. So is she going to have a match there too? 18 matches on the card?
No, if either she's in this match or hopefully she wins the women's battle royal if they can't do nothing else.
Oh, that's a good call.
Or she'll just walk down the long WrestleMania ramp, turn around and walk
all the way back
like
uphill. Like that's tough. That's kind of like the steady incline. It ends up being like walking up Beeman. Remember walking up Beeman Crescent? It ends up being like that.
Yeah.
Another quick note from NXT. We did hear news, so I think it was like last week. Tommaso Ciampa officially went in for neck surgery.
Yeah. Do you want me to just talk about NXT now this week's?
Let's go for it, yeah.
Yeah, so Triple H comes out at the start of the show with the NXT title, talks about the reality of the situation with Ciampa's injury and having to relinquish the title. But he announces tonight there'll be a fatal 5-way match, and the winner will face Johnny Gargano for the vacant title at TakeOver New York.
So we're getting the Dream: Adam Cole, Matt Riddle, Aleister Black, and Ricochet.
Yeah. So fucking. Do you want me to just tell you what happened? You already know what happens in the match.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
No, I know what happened.
So,
I just haven't seen it. It was a
great match.
Happened last night. I'm gonna watch it. Of course. This is awesome.
Yeah. Chant for all these guys at the beginning. They were all great, but I was especially impressed with Matt Riddle here. Like how good. Like he's been wrestling for a few years, but he gets it. Like he fit in with all these guys. Awesome. Yeah, it was just awesome. They all kick out of each other's finishers doing crazy shit, but then finally the finish comes. Ricochet hits a shooting star press on Riddle, but Adam Cole runs in and hits the last shot for the pin and the win. So Adam Cole is getting a title shot, baby!
Baby! Boom!
2 out of 3 falls it will be, which that should be an amazing match. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano, 2 out of 3 falls for the vacant title. One of these men will be first time ever NXT champion. They've both been North American champion, but not the top.
What another example of a top NXT, like a multi-man NXT match featuring all the top people being something good. Now I haven't seen it yet, but if I'm taking what you have to say as true, we had the 5-man ladder match at New Orleans last year for the inaugural North American Championship, and now we have the 5 top dudes on the card again.
Yeah,
going back at it, and turns out, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Hopefully, sometime soon.
Yeah, so
Adam Cole has not been booked very kindly in the past. I think pretty much since War Games, he's been off the radar.
Yeah, like he wasn't. Yeah, no. He wasn't on the last takeover. He wasn't.
But
didn't really have any program going.
But just like that, he's back, and I think we're gonna be stoked about that. He coming in against Johnny Gargano. 2 heels that just kind of want it.
It's gonna be We'll go in depth on the takeover preview, but that should be a great match. Next week on NXT television is going to be the Dusty Rhodes Classic Finals between Black and Ricochet and the Forgotten Sons. So the winner of that faces War Raiders at Takeover. And then
there you have it.
Officially,
there you have it.
Yeah, the Fatal 4-Way for the women's title at Takeover now is official. Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane versus Io Shirai versus Bianca Belair. I'm super pumped for that match as well.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Yeah. Shayna Baszler has had that belt for a long. She's defended that thing a bunch now.
Yeah, no, I think this might be the time for someone new. Maybe Belair gets it.
Who knows? We're gonna see though. Coming up on NXT in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and then the last match confirmed so far is Pete Dunne versus Walter for the UK title.
Right. So 4, we'll probably get another one. I think Matt Riddle has a match on there too. He'll face
the Dream for the North American title.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah. So there's your 5 matches. We don't know the winners officially. It's already happened, the Dusty Road Classic winner. But if you don't want spoilers, we'll know next week.
Yeah. I think the show is a spoiler-free show. I just want that to be known.
Yeah.
If
unless it's something that everybody knows, it's like
unless someone dies
injury or
someone gets injured,
like
or someone gets arrested, or
speaking of that, they released the body cam footage. The Jimmy Uso. It wasn't really.
The Jimmy Uso squaring up on the cop footage.
Yeah, they didn't show that, but he was already pretty much just like shirtless and drunk and in the back of the car, and then
there was footage.
Yeah, and Naomi's just talking. She's like, he's had a lot to drink.
he had a lot to drink, and he be driving.
Yeah, no, she was driving. But
thank God.
Yeah, they went down a one-way street the wrong way.
Classic.
And then apparently Uso's like, I ain't even from here, man. I'm in and out. I don't know this place.
I'm in and out, dog.
Yeah, you want to. They don't know, but he was just talking like, Oos, I'm in and out, man.
I'm Oos. We want to go to the
I can't go to the penitentiary, man. Oh.
Yeah. That'd be terrifying.
Don't watch that. He's a good man. We don't have to. You can watch it if you want. It doesn't really look that bad.
It's okay. It's not that bad.
It's not as bad as like Tiger was getting arrested and shit when he was all fucked up.
So things like athletes getting arrested, we'll spoil. We won't spoil anything else.
Yeah.
We're winding down the show here, though. It was a big week. We've got some trivia coming up for you.
Yeah, let's have some trivia.
Still working on that theme song. It'll happen, folks. I'm gonna kick you off this. I'm gonna kick you off this week. Loved, SmackDown was a great show. I loved that Miz opening face promo. The Miz he's been overlooked. He said things like that. He said he's been underutilized, all those things. The Miz thinks he's been overlooked. But Mike, how many total championships does the Miz have? Within the WWE, he did like a couple other things before. I have a multiple choice for you because you know how I feel about multiple choices.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so like total championships. If he's won
every title combined.
Every title combined. If he's won the same belt a couple times, that counts both times.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 18, 23, 19, or 15.
Let's do some maths.
Let's do some maths.
well, some of them I'm gonna be guessing. Some of them.
Oh,
so
yeah.
1 WWE title, maybe like 8 Intercontinental, a couple US.
The gears are turning.
Some tag teams in there.
The gears are turning.
I'm gonna go 19.
You're so close. The correct answer was 18, though.
Okay. Very close.
I forget the exact breakdown, but yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Good guess.
No,
good guess.
Yeah.
Good guess.
Cool.
You got one for me?
All right. Yeah.
Let's
mine
go.
will
Let's
be
go.
On the NXT train, following up. This is just some. Sometimes I do multiple choice, sometimes I don't. So sometimes you just guess. It's like those trivia games. Sometimes you get the multiple choice card. Sometimes you get this card. Sometimes you get that card.
That's a good point. You know,
I always seem to pull the
it's like
multiple choice
cranium.
cards.
You know, you don't always get billed with the clay.
So here's one for you.
Okay.
Who is the longest reigning NXT champion?
The longest reign.
And I just mean the NXT title, not the tag title, not the women's title. Which man held the title the longest? The NXT champion.
Oh, you mean okay, sorry. So
Like who had the longest reign?
Okay.
As NXT champion.
It was someone in those years. Like 4 or 5 years ago. I know that. It was shit. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna take a guess and say Finn Balor.
Ding ding.
Hey, I got one. I got one right.
Yeah.
Trivia winner.
Yeah, man. Finn Balor at 292 days.
292.
Ciampa.
That's it. How much did Tommaso Ciampa have it for?
He would not. If he had lost the title at TakeOver, he would not have passed it.
Okay.
But if he had held it to the next TakeOver after that, he might have broken it. Yeah. Ciampa was like 250 something, 240.
Finn Balor's also is he the only person to have that belt twice?
No.
No. Okay.
But hang on.
Someone else also has, maybe like Shinsuke, or maybe Finn Balor hasn't had it twice.
Well, I'll tell you what. That was my second question. There have been.
Okay.
Let's just no. Let's
right into it. What's the question?
There have been 14 NXT champions,
Okay.
but 2 men have held the title twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like Shinsuke. Oh fuck. I'm gonna say like Shinsuke and Finn Balor.
Shinsuke's one. The other is Samoa Joe.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
I'll give you half.
NXT,
One and a half.
NXT
One and a
was
half out of 10.
popping like
Yeah,
5
those
years
were,
ago.
Like it's funny because they go through eras. Like there was a time where the NXT title that was the top, but then after that the Revival and DIY and Gable and like the tag team was the top, and then before that the women were the top with Sasha, Bayley, and. But yeah, during that run, the NXT title was fucking hot. From Finn Balor to Sami Zayn.
Sami
to Kevin
Zayn was
Owens
there.
to-
Kevin Owens. Oh my god,
Yeah,
you're right.
Nakamura, Neville when he was still fucking booked so good.
Neville.
Yeah, Pac, I guess now.
You can still.
But, yeah, so that's my second trivia
You can
question.
still remember. I still remember the days.
Oh yeah.
I got a second question for you. We're talking more Miz. We're talking more Miz trivia. The Miz, who claimed to never be getting opportunities and often overlooked, for that guy, what is the highest that Pro Wrestling Illustrated has ever rated the Miz when in their Male Wrestler of the Year category? And bonus points if you can get the year.
So Pro Wrestling's top 500.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated, they do their top 500.
Yeah. So what's the highest he's ever
What's
been
the
rated in
highest that he's ever been rated, and bonus points if you can get the year.
there? Yeah. Okay. Is it multiple choice or I just guess?
I was hoping you'd just guess.
Okay, no, I'm good with it. I was just making sure.
Take
I was just making sure.
yeah. Use
Yeah,
your
okay.
use your noodle.
So the highest he's ever been, I'll say 4th in the year
4th place in year
2012.
2012. You're closer on the year than the positioning. In 2011, Pro Wrestling Illustrated rated The Miz number 1.
Number 1. Okay. 'Cause here's the
Number
thing.
1.
They do it kayfabe rating wise. That's how they do it.
Yeah, it's within. I don't think it's
Like, I mean, it's like,
yeah.
Like they take into consideration storyline things and like, oh, he was the champion for 6 months.
Yeah,
Like
he said they will take in things like that. That year,
Okay,
that year,
number
the
one.
Miz
No, that's
also won most hated wrestler.
Okay.
It was just a good time for the Miz, I guess. 2011.
Yeah, there you go. That was the year when
was he winning a championship
main
around
eventing.
that year?
I think that's the year. Yeah, he got the Money in the Bank contract, and he won the title. And yeah, all right. Miz Trivia.
You still have one more question for me though.
Well, I gave it to you. Remember, I gave.
You did, yeah, because I
double champion.
half answered it.
Yeah, I'll give you a fun fact, just a bonus fun fact.
Bonus fun fact.
When I was reading about the NXT title. So the NXT title, yes, there have been 14 champions. The title has changed hands on weekly NXT TV 5 times, 9 times at TakeOver, 1 time at a house show, and 1 time on a WWE Network special, The Beast in the East, where Finn Balor beat Kevin Owens in Japan. Yeah. So those are your facts.
Pretty good facts right there. I mean, the belt's probably been around for maybe like 7 years now.
Something like that. It's a prestigious. I was also looking over like the former champions of all.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone but Bo Dallas.
I was just gonna say Seth Rollins, Bo Dallas. I mean, that's like real good company.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is believe.
Yeah.
And it's only getting better. That promotion's gonna be just fine.
Oh yeah, that takeover is just gonna be 5 matches, 3 hours of just great.
See, like Triple H keeps buying up this talent, and then store him at the PC, and then they kind of come out eventually. Some guys like Keith Lee kind of got more of a strap to him, being a bigger being a bigger dude. But one thing, Trevor Lee is one dude who I'm super stoked to see. But you never know when it's actually going to happen, when you're going to get that, Full Sail call up.
Yeah. Excuse me.
No. Whenever they want to throw you in that thing, which sucks.
There we go.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
Choking.
Okay, Wheelie.
Choking on these hot takes.
Choking on these hot takes, Mike. We have a couple more things that we should do on the show. So without further ado. What are you going to put over, Mike?
All right, this week I'm putting over. There's a documentary on Kenny Omega coming out.
Ooh.
Have you heard of this?
No. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Have you seen this?
No.
Have you heard about this?
Yes. Here in Canada, our one of our main sports stations, TSN, it's the Canadian version of ESPN. So they are airing a documentary on Kenny Omega called Omega Man, A Wrestling Love Story. I saw the commercial when I was watching the hockey game the other night, and yeah, it looks awesome. It was filmed over the past several months based on the theme that Omega from Winnipeg is one of the biggest worldwide stars of pro wrestling, but still largely unknown in his native Canada, like to people who aren't wrestling fans. So this hour-long documentary will debut next Wednesday, March 27th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on TSN, but I'm sure you can find it online, and I'm looking forward to that because the commercial looked good.
That's great. I didn't know. I hadn't heard anything about this, and it was happening under my nose.
I didn't know about it until I was watching the Leaf game and the commercial. I'm like, holy shit, Kenny Omega documentary. Like TSN, ESPN, they have those 30 for 30s and shit they do are well done, so I think this should be interesting.
You know what? I guess there's this level of being a professional wrestler where you could be like rich and out, but nobody knows who the hell you are.
Yeah, and obviously there's WWE bias in North America. Like John Cena's
of
more
course.
recognized
Of course. But like if we're talking,
he's still huge worldwide.
Yeah, exactly. You could be Kenny Omega, and nobody knows who the hell you are. You just get to be Kenny Omega and do your thing. Well, that's great. Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out on TSN. TSN next week. This week, I'm putting over a video that I found. I'm sending it to you right now, Mike, and of course, folks at home, you'll be able to hear it.
Get that piece of crap out of my ring.
It is Becky Lynch doing
WWE.
the Stone Cold Steve Austin 316 promo, but like 2.5 years ago or something. And so, like, the video opens up and says, Like, we filmed it 3 years ago, and here it is. And then she kind of just reenacts it, and it's worth a watch. It's pretty fun.
Talk about your
Becky 316. They put it out. Of course, it was March 16th. The other day.
Says I just whipped your ass.
Austin Day. So they put that.
All
that
he's
out.
gotta do
So
is
I'm
go
putting
buy
that
him-
over. Way to go,
Sweet.
Becky. Way to go.
Oh, yeah. Always happy for the man.
Always happy for the man. Hey, Mike, who's your favorite wrestler?
It's the wrestler of the week, of the week. Wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week.
This week, you got to give it to Kofi Kingston after that hour-long performance. He's been popping up a lot recently in these Wrestlers of the Weeks, but he's deserved it. He's been busting his ass off. And yeah, great match, great SmackDown, great Kofi.
Great Kofi. 100%. We're matched up this week, Mike, you and I, because Kofi-MANIA is running through my blood and my heart.
We're ready. We're ready for it. We have to.
But like we said, not all three of those people can win the match.
They can.
Do you think if
every once in a while?
Do you think if Kofi wins, like they'll show up with the old title, like back to the black
it'd
title?
be nice if they had something.
And that being said, will Kofi then get his own New Day version that's all flashy and it has like pancakes on, or has like a syrup dispenser on it or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how crazy they'll get with it. But, yeah, at the very least, I would say bring out the original title, the Black Leather, just to have him celebrate with if he wins.
If he wins, yeah, because it'd look a little bit weird if he's holding up this eco-friendly...
Someone else's title.
This
Yeah.
eco-friendly title.
If they have to, they have to, but yeah.
You know what, that being said, though, they did throw it in the trash,
Have New Day
though.
come out and celebrate and hand him the other title.
They did throw it in the trash, though. Maybe this is their way of like getting rid of the black and introducing a blue one. Maybe. I mean, the Raw or the Universal Championship is red, Raw red.
Yeah, I don't want to believe.
I don't want to watch it. Of course, SmackDown's moving over to Fox in a couple years, or shortly, or like
Soon,
next year or something.
soon,
So, we might actually see some changes around these parts.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying.
Long time to go before that, though. This road's almost at its end.
Let's get through WrestleMania season first.
Yeah.
Let's get through WrestleMania season first. Well, Mike, that's all I got. Shoot, you got anything else on the plate?
I think we covered everything there pretty much.
That was the week. That was the week in
All the
wrestling.
week, yeah.
Remember, folks, thanks for listening. You can rate, review, like, and subscribe to the Shoot Brothers Wrestling Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play, and wherever you listen to shows.
Shoot.
Shoot, brother. Okay, Mike, we're going to talk very soon because we got a road to go down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mama.
Okay, thanks for listening, everybody.
Shoot.